Hey everybody, welcome to TIW Podcast. I'm Eric and it's 2019 Week 5, Part 3. Today I watched NXT UK Episode 28 and NXT Episode 490. Now, NXT 490, the original matches that were shown were filmed at right before NXT TakeOver Phoenix. So I already saw these matches, but it was great to see them again and hear the commentary for them. And it was also nice to see like the backstage interviews after all of the takeover matches and stuff. I have a couple of notes on those, but first let's talk about NXT UK. I am way more into NXT UK now that they're down to just one episode per week, but also because I got to see so many great NXT UK matches at Royal Rumble Access. So I'm a little bit more familiar with these, a lot of these guys. Some of these guys I still have no idea. Like Joe Melrose in this opening match, I don't know anything about that guy. He's what is his nickname is some type of animal nickname. I don't remember. They were calling him by that, but and I already forgot. But anyway, this guy had the unfortunate pleasure to face Dave Mastiff, who remains undefeated with this match. You know what? You know who I was missing this week? It was Eddie Gibson. And I don't think he was at Royal Rumble Access either. That guy is impressive. He's impressive. I talked about him a lot in the Takeover Blackpool episode. It's like the crazy stuff he was pulling off. It's awesome. I also met a couple of people from Leeds, I believe. They came out here on vacation doing like a whole road trip type of thing with the Royal Rumble weekend as the centerpiece. It was really cool talking to them, and they were talking about all of the UK scene with all the wrestling matches that they've been to, tried to go to and stuff like that. So it's really cool to meet them. I all the people I met this weekend, I did not get their names or vice versa, which is like the next step of actually making friends at all of these things. But anyway, it was still a lot of fun talking to them. Unfortunately, I was in the wrong seat. I assumed that I had the same seat as Monday and Saturday. And then right before the show started, somebody else came and was like, "Hey, you're in my seat." I'm like, "Wait, I thought I was in." I'm like 7 seats over, because the crowd or the travel package folks, you have the option of doing 3 nights or 4 nights, so with or without SmackDown. So it condenses for Tuesday night, and everybody's shifted over to fill in those gaps, pretty much. Anyway, so I ended up seeing some other people that I didn't talk to at all. But anyway, we had James Drake and Zach Gibson celebrate their win of the NXT UK Championship, and Sid Scala announces on behalf of Johnny Saint that is it Johnny Saint? I feel like I got that wrong. I almost called him Johnny English, which is a Rowan Atkinson spy character. And I do want to see the latest movie that came out. I think there's been 3 movies now. 3 Johnny English movies. Those are so fun. But anyway, he announces that's the match, the NXT UK Tag Team Championship match that will take place in Phoenix against Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch. And this match is awesome because I did get to see this match in person. You gotta check that out. It's great. I won't spoil anything else about it. I'll talk about it when it airs in a couple of weeks. Then we had the debut of Walter, who absolutely murdered this poor fella named Jack Stars. And backstage afterwards, Walter snubs who I thought he would get along with pretty well, Fabian Eichner and Marcel Bartel. So we'll see how things go with those guys. Then we had Ginny, who I got to meet at Access, versus Casey Owens, and Ginny won that match. And then Rhea Ripley comes out. No, she didn't come out. She approached the managers and demanded a rematch against Toni Storm. And I realize now that I totally missed this match. It happened. I was in the same place, but I was in line for some photos or something. I missed this match. Rhea Ripley versus Toni Storm, rematch for the UK Championship. And man, I wish I had seen that. I was literally like 200 feet away from this match happening, but that's okay. I still got to see Rhea Ripley in the Royal Rumble, and that was awesome. So yes, her demand was granted, and we'll see that in 3 weeks, I believe. So I'm pretty excited for that. And then the main event, Mustache Mountain versus the European Union, or the E-Union, the hashtag E-Union. Fabian Eichner and Marcel Bartel. This match is awesome, but unfortunately, well, I mean, I love both of these teams, but I'm 100% on board with E-Union right now. And Mustache Mountain came out with the win for this. Now, I tweeted them what the move is that's like Eichner or who throws to who? I think Bartel throws the person to Eichner, and then Eichner hits him with like a brainbuster thing. And I don't know. I tweeted them asking if they have a name for that, because it's one of my favorite tag team moves. And I have not received a response yet. Eichner liked my tweets, but did not respond because, well, maybe they don't have a name for it yet. They're still working on that, perhaps. I don't know. So anyway, I'll keep you all updated if I hear anything about that before it's said out loud on the show by commentary or whatnot. But yeah, this is a great episode of NXT UK. And then, like I said, there's a couple of things I want to talk about. And the results in general. Both of these matches were pretty good. The first match over on NXT, regular NXT, we had the Sky Pirates, Kyrie and Io, versus half of the Horsewomen, Jessamine Duke and Marina Shafir. The Sky Pirates won, and it was a pretty good match. It was better. I thought it was better than the last match with them that I've seen. Have I seen them fight each other before? I think I have. At least on Duke and Shafir's side of things. No, that's right. It was them versus Io and Dakota, because Kyrie was sick at the time. But now Dakota is injured. But Sky Pirates, I'm really hoping the Sky Pirates are in the Elimination Chamber. I really hope so. Some backstage things. A thing that I didn't remember when I was talking about NXT TakeOver was so last week was it Rey? I think Rey Mysterio went and grabbed a bottle of water and got refreshed a little bit, and I had said something about, I think that's the first time in a long time that we've seen somebody actually get a bottle of water and get a drink during a match on WWE. But we saw that like twice over the weekend. One of those times was in the NXT Championship match. I think it was Ciampa grabbed a bottle of water from commentary and drank a little bit, but spilled a lot on the ground. And then that paid off a little bit later when Alistair got slipped up on the water, and that gave Champ a little bit of time to recover and could hit him with the what is that the name of his finisher? Or it's not his finisher. It's one of his signature moves. The fairy tale ending, I think they're calling it. Anyway, so I appreciated that, and it felt kind of coincidental, I guess, that it followed noticing the water just a few days earlier. Anyway, Johnny's interview backstage was pretty cool. He says winning feels great. I love it. So it's like it's shifted his energy, I think, a little bit, and I'm excited to see more of that. Then we also have a match I almost forgot about. The Forgotten Sons defeat the Street Profits, and there's some cool stuff in there. I felt like it maybe should have been switched with the women's tag team match as far as getting everybody really hyped up for the show. But then again, the women's tag team match got everybody hyped up right away, and it didn't really die down or anything. It's just that the first match was a lot more exciting in general, but I think that momentum kept up pretty well. And then, of course, the tag team championship match that followed that, man, that was great. Super solid. But like I've said before, my favorite match of the night, and if you still haven't gone back and watched it, Johnny Gargano versus Ricochet. Fantastic. Just top to bottom. Excellent. So, that's it for NXT UK and NXT this week. Let me know what you thought about them by tweeting me at TIW Podcast. Go to TIWpodcast.com for more reviews. If you enjoyed this episode or anything else on the site, please share some links with your friends. Subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you listen to podcasts. And thanks for listening. Stay tuned. I'm going to see some movies in the next few days, so I'll have reviews of that. I got to catch up on Young Justice. The final 4 episodes of the first half of the season came out on Friday, but I haven't been able to watch those yet. So keep an eye out for those. And of course, I'm going to post a special episode just about Halftime Heat taking place this Sunday. The 6-man tag team match between the teams of Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, and Adam Cole versus Velveteen Dream, Ricochet, and Aleister Black. That's going to be excellent. So stay tuned, and thanks for listening. Bye.